I'm doing cookie mallows from my new book, Bake Me a Story. These cookies are easy, they're delicious, and they're perfect for the kids to get involved. So in my bowl here, I've got some really soft unsalted butter. And to this, I'm going to add golden caster sugar and some soft brown sugar. Now at this point, I would preheat the oven to 180, and which is really important when you're doing any baking. You always preheat the oven first. And then you want to whiz this up till the butter and sugar are really light. And this will take about 4 or 5 minutes. Crack 1 egg in first. And then just do the second one. Yay! And no shells. And just whisk that in. A lovely liquid mixture, and that's exactly how it should be. And now to that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to get a spatula and just mix that in. And you don't want to whisk anymore, you want to put the whisk away. You don't want to be any more air into this, because they're biscuits, you want to keep them lovely and dense. You don't want that air, so you don't want them to puff up too much. Now to that, I'm going to add a pinch of salt, my flour, baking powder, and half a teaspoon of baking soda. And then just mix that in. This is the bit where I usually go and make a cup of tea and leave the kids to it. And then you want to add the best bit. Got some dark chocolate chips. If you don't like dark chocolate, you can use milk chocolate, you can use white chocolate. And we've got some roasted chopped hazelnuts. Now you give that all a really good mix. It's got to be a lovely thick consistency. You can get 14 out of this, so you want to line a few baking trays. I've got one lined already. You want to be really generous. These have to be so big and so generous that you should feel ashamed to come back for a second cookie. It's just nice and big, which is exactly how a cookie should be served. This is the bit where we usually steal some cookie dough at the same time. And you get those straight in the oven and bake them for 10 minutes at 180. So I've got my cookies cooling on the baking tray, and these are cooled. You can see they're lovely and soft in the center and slightly crisp on the outside, which is exactly what they should be. I've melted my marshmallows on a bain-marie. If you don't have a microwave, that's how I would do it. It's much easier if you just blitz it in the microwave, but there are so many ways of melting marshmallows. And this is the fun bit, because as it cools, it gets lovely and stringy. So we turn the cookies round and be really generous, really generous. If you don't have the white marshmallows, you can get the pink and white ones, and you get a lovely ripple of pink and white going through them. And then you want to top it and give it a little bit of a squeeze with the other cookie. What's better than a normal cookie? An enormous cookie mallow.